I didn't even know this band was still around. And here they put out a record. Kick it! Hey, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and all that fun stuff. We're going to do a quick review for the new Scorpions record. The Scorps. So, Rock Believer came out just like last week. And I was doing some grocery shopping at the old Super Target over the week. And I picked it up. Not my favorite place to pick up records, of course, the big chains. Before we get into the review, like I always like to do, let's do a little brief look back at the Scorps. Das Scorps. So Rock Believer's their 19th studio record. I do not own all the Scorpions studio record. I would consider myself a fan, but I wouldn't consider myself like obsessed with the Scorpions. They're not a band that I collect everything from. I only seen them live. Wish I would have seen them way back in the day in the 80s, but I only saw them live once, and it was recently Megadeth Scorpions in September of 2017. So just like 4.5 years ago I saw them. And they sounded great. Loved them. So that's what's kind of kept my interest. And I thought, I thought they were final tour or something like that. And they weren't going to put records out. Or here we go. 2022 we got Scorpions. So the first record was Lonesome Crow. Now this band formed, I believe, like 65 or so. And they waited a few years. They got Klausmane, the singer. And they were able to put out the first record, Lonesome Crow, here. I believe in the early 70s. And as you can see, it features Michael Schenker. Rudolph, Michael were brothers. A little history lesson for you kids here. They're a German band. They're probably the biggest band ever from Germany. Germany was split, East and West Germany, East and West Berlin. And a lot of people don't really know that Germany was split. Russia controlling one side, and they wanted to be kind of like the West and free on the other side. So a lot of turmoil and political this and that. So Germany was still kind of like, this place that you didn't really think a lot of rock and roll was going to come from. Scorpions broke through. Lonesome Crow. Now, they weren't huge in America yet. This is another early one. This is one with Uli John Roth. He took over for Schenker's brother, who left. Rudolph stayed. Michael left. He went on, put out some good records as MSG, too. But anyway, we're talking about Scorps today. Take it by force. You'll notice, not right yet. Like, this is kind of normalish, kind of 70s rock covers, kind of. And then they got a little weird. I say. Love Drive. This is the classic lineup. Matthias Jobs. Horrible jabs. Horrible with names, let alone German names. But this is the classic lineup of Rudolf Schenker, Francis Bolasch, and Herman German, Herman Rarebell. And, of course, Klausmane singing. So this is Love Drive. It's a woman sitting in a back seat. Nice car, nice limo. And a guy accidentally got some chewing gum on her boobie. So he's trying to pull. He's like, oh, sorry. I was just trying to fix your dress. Got some chewing gum on your boobie. I'm trying to pull that away from it. But this is a great record. Loving You Sunday Morning. Can't Get Enough. Love Drive. Holiday. It's a great record. Another, keeping with the weird record cover thing that Scorpions have, Animal Magnetism. It's a Doberman and a lady and a guy wearing some nice slacks with a beer. He's like, yeah, I'm having a beer, hanging out with my two bitches. It's just too easy. I don't know. I didn't design the record cover. I don't know what they're trying to say. It's got the zoo on it. That was the big. You'll hear that on classic rock radio, the zoo, Scorpions. But this is the one that when I was a kid I bought. Maybe it came out in 82, so I was buying records for sure in 82 as a 11-year-old kid, and this one I may have bought because the cover, or No One Like You was on MTV, but I didn't really see MTV until maybe like 83, 84. This is not Rudolf Schenker. A lot of people think that's Rudolf. It's another guy on the cover. Blackout. Sometimes I say Breakout, sometimes I say Blackout. I always confuse those two words with it. Officially called Blackout. Because when he sings, Klausmane, or Main, help me out, German speakers. He does have like an accent to his voice. And if you ever see an interview with Scorpions, they have the heavy German accent. It's awesome. To me, it always sounded like he was saying Breakout, but it is Blackout. This, in my opinion, is the best Scorpions record ever. It is just great. Can't Live Without You. No One Like You, like I said, is a great song. Now, it's just Dynamite. China White, Arizona. This is a great one. And just the cover art again, they're unique in their art. This is a great one. Now the one that people are going to know, and the one that You know, I think that one went platinum, and this one went like triple platinum, is Love at First Sting. This is the one that really broke them in the MTV 80s era. Came out in 84, so pretty much 84, 85, and even into a little 86. You were hearing tons of the Scorpions. Why? A little song called Rock You Like a Hurricane, and it came off this and exploded. It's also got Big City Nights and Still Loving You. Big songs off of this one, like I said, came out in 84. So with that lineup, still that classic era lineup, they went and released Worldwide Live. This is the last Scorpions record that I had until I bought this new one. This is kind of like a greatest hits of the, I wouldn't say early Scorpions, but kind of mid-early Scorpions career when they were really firing on all cylinders in the 80s there. Winds of Change came out, and that's their big slow song that everyone sings. You'll hear it all the time. But I don't have that record, because after this one, I just started to like heavier stuff and got into indie and punk and stuff. So I always respected and I loved the Scorpions. But to me, I wasn't hearing anything that was really selling me on why I should keep buying this stuff. Because I can always just listen to these classic records. Until it's 2022. I'm going to support pretty much any rock band that's still out there kicking some butt. Any heavy metal rock band that I knew as a youth, still putting out good stuff. I'll check it out. So Rock Believer, like I said, just came out last week. And it is good. Right off, if you don't want to watch the whole interview, I'm giving it like a B minus. It is good stuff. And why do I do that? Well, I'm not going to compare it to Love at First Sting or Blackout. That's just the band at its peak. For crying out loud, two of the guys are in their 70s. I believe two of the guys are in their 60s. You get older, and it's hard. It's hard to keep rocking. So with the singer, like Claus being in his 70s, he still sounds good. He's not going to have the same high, powerful screechiness to his voice, but then again, he doesn't really need that. He still has that distinctive sound that you know when he's singing, you know it's him. So it's still coming through. I wish the guitars were a little more powerful sounding and slightly turned up, but that's just a little bit. I mean, this is a good sounding record. And on drums nowadays, they got Mickey D, who started with King Diamond, then went to Motorhead. I saw him with Motorhead in 1996, 97-ish. And like I said, he was in the Scorps when I saw him in 2017. Now, Mickey D, I wish they used a little more on this record. You don't want him playing the kind of technical stuff like he was with King Diamond, because it wouldn't fit with the Scorpions. But it would be cool to kind of let him show off a little bit, because he is one hell of a powerhouse drummer. And their bass player, I'm going to slaughter his name like crazy, Paweł Makłada from Poland. I'm half Polish, I should know how to say it, but I'm an idiot. I never learned any foreign language. So like I said, this is a solid B minus record. I wish there were a little heavier songs, and like I said, maybe the guitar tone a little up and a little more umph to it. But he does have a distinctive tone. And I went back and I listened to the earlier stuff, and it's consistent kind of with the other album, so it's not like he's got this new weak tone or anything like that. But it's good. So let's go track by track. Gas in the Tank. I have it as catchy chorus. You know, you're going to hear the guitar sounds and the distinct vocals that you know of the Scorpions, so it just starts you right up. It's a good starter for the album. It's a good song. We got Roots in My Boots. It's a driving rockin' song. It's one of my favorite on there. After that is Knock 'Em Dead. It's a good song. Lyrically, you're not going to get a lot like, you're not going to get Neil Peart from Rush lyrics for Scorpions. They're big hit, you know, Rock You Like a Hurricane. So it's going to be kind of that. Very, I don't know if it's because when they think of words in their head, I think of the English translation, or I don't know. But very basic kind of lyrics. Let's rock, let's unite, let's rule the world with rock. The album's called Rock Believer, for crying out loud. So yeah, you're not going to get much lyrically, but it's just fun. It's just fun stuff. It's rock and roll, baby. 4 is Rock Believer. First time I heard this song, it was kind of laughable almost, kind of cheesy, but I've played it a few more times and I like it. It's not my favorite song on the album, but I don't see it as cheesy anymore. It's just kind of fun Scorpions music. Shining of Your Soul, really good guitar riff, trippy vocals on this. The harmony, I think it's just Claus. They just like do his vocals maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times over. But it's really trippy vocals, kind of like Beatle-ish, I would say. It's got a reggae kind of beat to it for a while too. So I really like it. That's the 5th song, Shining of Your Soul. When I Lay My Bones to Rest, I thought that was a good upbeat song. It's really full. It's pretty loud. It's one of my favorites off there. Number 7, the 7th song. It's just a little slower tempo. 7th Son, sorry. It's the 7th song. It's a slower tempo one, but it's good. It's not really like a ballad or anything like that. I don't think there really are any true ballads on this one, but there are some slower beat songs. Number 8 is Hot and Cold. It's a groovy, hard-hitting song. Mickey D on drums, you can kind of hear him flail around on this song. You kind of wish there's like that almost on some more songs where he kind of, he's playing a little more fills, playing around with beats, good stuff. 9 is Peacemaker. It is really good with the chorus again where they track his vocals. I think they shot a video for it so you can see it on YouTube. It's probably my favorite song on the album, or close to it. It's a good one. And number 10 is Call of the Wild. I think I hear, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think I hear a hint of cowbell when that chorus is kicking in, or the bridge leading into the chorus, just a faint. It's cool. It is a cool song. It's a very cool song. And 11 is When You Know Where You Come From. And that's another good song. So there's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 great songs that you're really going to love. And if you go see them live, you're going to hope that they're playing them. Mixed in with, the other good songs. Really good Scorpion songs. I mean, if you followed their career, when they were in the 90s and stuff, they were putting out just kind of music. If you're into heavy metal, hard rock, you're just like, it's alright. So this picks up kind of where the standard, classic lineup Scorpions, I think, kind of left off. This is a solid record. Like I said, if you're going to be playing Scorpions, you're probably going to be reaching for one of the classics. But don't fool yourself. If you are a Scorpions fan, you're probably going to pick this up. If you're just a casual Scorpion fan like me, I would say pick it up, and you are going to be glad you did. If you're just kind of like into rock a little bit, into heavy metal a little bit, and want to check out what this band Scorpions all like, because maybe your dad, your grandfather, whoever really likes them, I would give it a few listens on YouTube. Make sure it's something you want to get. If you do, like I said, if you do want to check out a classic Scorpions record, my personal suggestion for your first one would be Blackout. It's good stuff. But hey, thank you, Scorpions, for helping 2022 have a little bit of rock and roll in it. Rock Believer by the Scorpions, like I said, it's a good B- effort. Thank you, Scorpions. Keep on rocking. That's just cheesy like some of the lyrics. Get stung by the Scorpions. You got stung by the Scorps. Rocking and stinging. If you're going to get stung, make sure it's by a Scorpion. Or I don't know what the hell